It is exactly 4 minutes gone past the hour of 7 on the AM side, and yes, it's time to get involved and get talking. I mean, we're not just talking because we want to talk for talk's sakes. No, we'll be talking this morning just to ensure that we uplift you as well as educate you, inform you, and get conversational. I mean, life in itself throttles on conversation. And this is me welcoming you to a brand new first day of the work week. It's a Monday! It's the 7th day in the month of July of 2025. Oh boy, am I so glad to be alive. Crazy things are happening, but I'm glad that your heart's still beating out there. And this is Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show. Are you rising with us now? Oh, spread your wings and fly away. Now, we're not just flying away. We're going to a destination, and it's taking us from now up until the 12 o'clock hour. I'm talking about 12 noon. Yeah, midday. That's right. Okay. Yes. At 7 o'clock this hour, will be time for us to look into the pages. And yes, that will lead us to the 8 o'clock hour. Vicky Vic, the only sports minister that I know on radio, by the way, will be here to take us on the sports on the Eagles Wings. And that will lead us to the 9 o'clock hour when I will be here as we go conversational. It's like there's a lot of munu going on with the APC, the ADC, especially the ADC. I mean, quite a number of persons talking who's going to be the candidate. Atiku Abubakar is looking to be pegged as the candidate for the 2027 elections under the platform of the ADC. Oh yeah. Peter Obi saying I'm still in Labour Party. If they're not agreed to me, I'm still there. Baba Dati, remember, is running mate, Peter Obi's running mate for the 2023 general elections, is also saying that he will not accept any vice presidentship with any other candidate if it is not Peter Obi. I mean, drama. Quite a number of people saying, hey, you know what, we endorsing Atiku. Others are saying, hey, Atiku, I think your time is gone, your time is done. Please relax now. Let others, lead the way for this party. And there has also been some postulations as to what type of merger is going to indeed withstand ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, come 2027. Okay, but yeah, that's what we're looking at, putting the spotlight out there, and our guest will be via phone call having a conversation with us. Well, that leads us to the 10 o'clock hour, where we go on the General Open Banter at 11 o'clock. Yes! We will do a little bit of mind and body. Look, you want to know something about your health, especially the breast and cervical cancer? Oh, yes, that will be the time for you to listen up and glisten up, okay? And then you get all of that information as a health professional, a doctor, one who is expertise in this business, in this line, will be here to conduct a conversation with you. You best want to keep your ears open for the 11 o'clock hour. And you know how we close the Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show. 12 o'clock will be time for today. In 60 seconds, and my time here will be done. Well, on my face, unavoidably absent, and she might be absent for a little while, so please bear with us, okay? But she'll be back better, stronger, and bigger. That's right. Well, it's the breakfast show. Let me greet you in a way that I know how to. I would say a karo. I would say otutuoma. I would say nakwana. I would say agife olodudu to my Igala people. And in my dialect, I would say a messiere. In the language that you and I totally understand, it will be una. Good morning. On my feign absentia would have said, hey, mamurioko. Yay, and to the thieves, the TV people now, we would say Nindeve. All right, welcome to a brand new day and an exciting Monday. I like to call it that way. Let me let you into some things that you ought to know this morning. Are you ready for this one now? Oh, Lord have mercy. So much going on this morning. But let's start off with this one. Having you know that the Nigeria Data Protection Commission has imposed a fine of 766,242,500 naira on MultiChoice Nigeria for breaching the Nigeria Data Protection Act NDP Act? Well, according to the NDPC, an investigation into MultiChoice's operations in Nigeria began in the second quarter of 2024, following reports of suspected violations of subscribers' privacy rights and the illegal cross-border transfer of Nigerians' personal data. Tough one, if you ask. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given the Nigerian army and other security agencies a clear marching order to decisively confront and defeat terrorists, bandits, insurgents, and separatists. Well, President, you didn't add armed robbery because something went down somewhere in Masaka. Armed robbery, a big one. They came today, they came tomorrow. It's like they're visiting there frequently now, unabated, unstopped. But still on the discourse, well, all of those threatening the peace and unity of the country. Speaking through Vice President Kashim Shettima in Kaduna on Sunday, Tinubu charged the military to rise to the occasion without hesitation. Not the first time, not the second time, not only with you, President Bola Tinubu. We've heard all of these marching orders, but is it going to bring fruition? That's what we are asking and waiting to see. Now, I'm not a pessimist. I'm just talking based on antecedents, right? But that doesn't mean that there is no hope, right? We believe in hope so much. We are so resilient. Now, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has released the results of its Mop-Up Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, held on Saturday, June 28, 2025. Now, in a statement by JAMB's Public Communication Advisor, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, the board confirmed that results for 11,161 candidates who sat for the mop-up exam have been released out of the 96,838 who were scheduled to participate. Presidential candidate of Labour Party in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, has reaffirmed his ambition to contest the 2027 presidential election, denying speculation that he may team up with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar as running mate. Obi said suggestions that he was considering to be vice presidential candidate under Atiku again or any other candidate were not true. This is a decisive debunking of those claims. Well, no fewer than 21 people lost their lives in a road crash that occurred along the Zaria-Kano Highway on Sunday morning. According to the Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC, the accident, which took place around 8:23 a.m. at Kasuar Dogo in the Dakatsale area, involved a DAF trailer and a Toyota bus with registration number KMC 171YM. No fewer than 21 people lost their lives. No fewer means there could be more. Souls rest in peace. Governor Babagana Umaru Zulum of Borno State has dismissed speculations that he would lead 5 other governors to the African Democratic Congress, ADC. Now, in a statement by spokesperson Doda Ilia, the governor described the rumor as unfounded and baseless fabrication by unscrupulous elements seeking relevance, affirming his unalloyed loyalty to the ruling All Progressives Congress, that is the APC. It's been a long time I heard that word. Unscrupulous, right? The Nigeria Labour Congress, now the NLC, at the weekend threatened nationwide mass action after the rise in insecurity, poverty, and deepening cost of living crisis in the country. The Nigerian Labour Congress warned that Nigerian workers will no longer sit idly while the nation's economy and democracy crumbles. Oh, I see. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, as of Sunday yesterday, said the country was practically dead before President Bola Tinubu assumed office. While acknowledging that Nigeria still faces serious challenges, Wike said the president has taken difficult but necessary decisions that will help the country recover. Oh, we are on the path of recovery already. Y'all can see it in every aspect of our lives, don't you? But the suspended senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has declared her intention to resume legislative duties in the Senate on Tuesday, following a federal high court judgment that voided her suspension and ordered her immediate Reinstatement. I see. But while the lawmakers prepares to return, the Senate says it will take no official action until it receives and reviews the certified true copy of the judgments delivered on July 4 of 2025. Certified true copy. CTC. Well, a police inspector, Donfa Chirtip, has been killed and his wife Victoria abducted at Kurming Kare in the Kachia local government area of Kaduna State. A security analyst and counter-insurgency expert, Zagazola Makama, made this known on X on Saturday. Now, if you didn't know what X is, it is Twitter. Okay, used to be Twitter. Now it's X. That's a sad one. Killed the policeman and then abduct his wife. What for? Talk about insecurity now. But let's look at the front page of Nigerian newspaper. It's going to be a smart read, so please stay with me now. Stay with me. Stay with me. Keep in mind, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. And we say this on strong authority because you gave us that bragging right. And because you did so, we will not take that bragging right for granted. Okay, well, let's look at let's see, which am I starting with right now? Okay, well, let's start with this one here. It is the This Day newspaper. As I said, it's going to be a smart read, but just before we jump into that, I should also let you in on the fact that today, being July the 7th of 2025, is a day that is commemorable, right? And that would be as a result of the fact that United Nations, they call it the World Kiswahili Language Day. It's got a theme celebrating a language of unity, identity, and global impact. All right, so we don't speak Kiswahili. This might just be a reminder to you and I that, hey, how much of your dialect have you been able to collect, understand, inhibit in your system, in your body, in your personality, and how much of it have you been also able to pass down to the younger generation so it becomes the culture and tradition that we have practiced time immemorial. How much of it? I don't think there's a lot still practicing how to speak our dialect these days, but y'all, please, there should be a clarion call to you. Teach your children. Learn it to yourself. Don't say I'm going to get married to another tribe. I got married to another tribe, so I don't need to learn it. Very important, okay? This Day newspaper, the big story. 2027 is the Kika presidency in panic mode. ADC coalition alleges it's got a couple of riders to it now. Insists president not governing Nigeria. Okay, Obi declares he won't buy 150 billion naira jet when people are dying. I see. Zuhan, right, dismisses defection rumor. Okay, Zulum, oh, what am I seeing? Too much, Gary. Zulum dismisses defection rumor, affirms loyalty to APC. Ex-police minister, other PDP members move to ADC in large number. LP collapses structure into coalition. Wow. South-South groups trade tackles over support for ADC. All right, those are the liners for that big story. Now you find that one on page 5, and now let's take you to page 5 again. Looking very popular. Tinubu to military. We mustn't mortgage Nigeria's future to division, indifference. Strong words right there coming from Mr. President. A marching order, if you ask me. All right, it's got a couple of writers now. Let's take it. It's just to describes country security challenges as existential. Gives military marching order to confront, defeat those undermining Nigeria. Oh, it's got a second writer now. Reiterates commitment to welfare of armed forces, operational capacity. I wish it is in the grammar that we speak that we are crushing this insurgents. Oh, it would be so nice. But we speak too much English and too many marching orders I can't even keep up with. But let's go just above the This Day newspaper banner now, as I see this big story. World Bank, Nigeria stuck in lower middle income economy below Libya and Gabon. Are you serious? World Bank, is that your report? Like we are stuck in lower middle income economy below Libya and Gabon? Well, Libya I can understand, but Gabon? Gabon. Well, that story continues on page 5. Oh, page 5 seems to be a very popular number now with the This Day newspaper this morning. And that would be all with the This Day newspaper. Okay, we move away from the This Day newspaper now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Stay with me now, stay with me. The big story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper: I am going to contest for president in 2027. Obi said. Oh, that's some statement. It's got one rider, or two riders precisely, wants the North to trust him. Second rider dismisses VP slot deal with Atiku. I said two, but it's three. Justifies romance with ADC. I am going to contest for president in 2027. Obi saying that. Well, on a lighter note, but yet seriously still, I want to get into politics. I should. So the thing, because, sometimes I wonder, the people who have great ideas, the heart to cause change, are seemingly those who talk the most. We keep talking. Now, I'm not saying that there's no power in talking. Yeah, we will talk until something happens. Something must happen. But for how long? When you don't match talk with action, in the deciding table, on the deciding table. I don't know, it could be really frustrating though. Honorable Edwards, okay. Well, I'm serious though. But let's go to that story you'd find on page 2. Let's see this one here. This one is on page 25. Killings, that's the kicker. Tinubu orders military to crush terrorist bandits. All right, I see this one again. Wike berates coalition leaders, accuses them of seeking power for personal interest. Page 26. And to page 22 now, Northeast stakeholders hold pre-summit deliberations ahead of the Patriots confab. I see. 39 die in Kano, Lagos, Ogun crashes. Souls rest in peace though. Page 30. So if you collate the number of deaths in Kano, Lagos, Ogun, crashes alone, that's 39. We are yet to receive CTC of judgment on Natasha. Senate is saying that. One writer follows. Kogi lawmaker vows to resume tomorrow. Page 23 has got that story. At the base of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, ADC plots to test coalition strength with Lagos local government poll. It's got one writer to it. Holds talk with PDP LP candidates. Page 22 has got that story. And with that, we say bye-bye to Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Let's get on to this one, the Guardian newspaper. It's going to be a smart read. The big story, oil theft eases despite $25.7 billion losses in 23 years as operators turn to barges. Page 6. NLC warns against removal of labor issues from exclusive legislative list. Page 4. And to another page 4, tariff hike slows new phone lines activation as operators get ultimatum. And to page 5 now, add 1 to 4, you get 5. More Nigerians losing faith in Tinubu government public institutions. Poll reveals. Oh, and at the base now, Tinubu orders security agencies to crush bandits, separatist others. Page 8 to page 5, very popular now. Catholic group advocates electoral reform before 2027. We've been talking about that. We're still going to be talking about that. Obi affirms 2027 presidential bid as Wike bets against his ambition. Page 6, add 1 to 5, you get 6. And to page 7, add 1 to 6, you get 7. They're just following each other, bumper to bumper. Police warn Ogun, Ondo residents against 777 cult celebrations. No, I see. Senate awaits certified true copy of Natasha's reinstatement order. Page 8. All right, that will be all with the Guardian newspaper. I told you it's going to be a smart read, so let's listen up. ADC begins takeover of PDP structures in northern states. That's Vanguard newspaper's got that story now. It's got a couple of writers. PDP calls defectors to ADC. Good riddance. Oh, I see. I thought y'all were in sync. Well, I'm loyal to APC. Zulum Hussein dismisses defection rumor. Why Obi is still committed to LP, sources saying. Atiku El-Rufai Obi's coalition is a fraud. APC scribe is ascribing that. Federal government reforms mere optics, not solutions. ADC saying, you failed as Interior Minister. Wike tackles Aregbesola. Wow. And Peter Obi is reaffirming, I am still in LP. That is the Labour Party. Big story though. Page 5, you'd find that one. I'm contesting for president, not VP. Peter Obi is reaffirming. Page 40. And to page 26 now, NIN verification portal frustrates banks. Telcos as downtime persists. Page 26, you'd find. All right, that will be all with the Vanguard newspaper. The Nation newspaper, the big story here, Mark Aregbesola take over in conflict with ADC constitution. All right, Nwosu Matara disagree on amendment of party rules. That is the writer for that big story with the Nation newspaper, and that story you'd find continued on page 4 of the Nation. And just above that story, I'm still in Labour Party, says Obi. Page 4 too as well, popular. Natasha is the kicker here. I will resume tomorrow. Page 6. Senate is saying we are waiting for CTC, right? The original true copy. We have not seen it yet. All right, now to this one here, firms local substitution boosts trade balance. That story continues on page 2. At the base, and still on page 2 of the Nation newspaper, ethnic nationalities back Wike's demand on release of NDDC forensic report. That is all for the Nation newspaper. So we go to the Daily Trust newspaper now. Obi insists on 2027 contest as Atiku hints at running. Oh, I see. It's going to be a really big tussle right now. Just when we thought that we now have a strong political opposition party, it does seem as though this rancor would not stop. Continued on pages 2 and 4. I still got sharp eyes. Now, I see this one on page 12. Federal government puts presidential jet on sale in Switzerland. Better. Leaked documents, that's the kicker. How FCTA worker was queried, arrested, detained. And you'd find that one on page 6, or page 4, I beg your pardon. Let's go to page 23 now. Millions of Nigerians in multi-dimensional poverty. Millions of Nigerians in multi-dimensional poverty. NLC saying that. NLC, you just spoke the minds of Nigerians now. Let's go to page 5. 39 killed in Kano, Lagos, Ogun road crashes. Very sad one. And to page 7 now. Boko Haram kills 9, injures 4 in Borno. And federal government finds multi-choice 766.2 million naira for violating Data Protection Act. And that one you find on page 24. And to page 26 now, Nigeria cruises to 3-0 over Tunisia at WAFCON. I like. At least something to be happy about this morning. I don't know. But I see this one here now. The Punch newspaper is so busy. Very busy. Let's go to the base of the Punch newspaper now. Nigeria's unity under attack from terrorists, separatists. Tinubu is saying that one, and you find that one on page 8. And to this one on page 31, the big story on the front page of the Punch newspaper. 10 states borrow 417 billion naira despite higher allocations. And you ask me, what are they borrowing those monies for? Where is the place of accountability and transparency? Where is the place of the monitoring groups that are supposed to monitor how these states are using monies? Do we even have that? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Everybody will say, it's not entirely my job. National Assembly, well, it's not really my job. It's not really my job. The RMAFC or RMAF, yeah, shouldn't they also? Well, some questions. Everybody says my job is not that. States can do what they want, can't they? Well, it seems they are. It's got one writer now. Rivers, Taraba, top debt surge as 10 states accounts for 34% of subnational domestic debt. Oh, my goodness, 34%. From 100 of subnational domestic debt are owed by the states. All right, just above that now, just to the side of a Punch newspaper, 2027 is the kicker. Coalition crisis brews as ADC chairman set terms for alliance, page 2. And the last story that I'm bringing to you with the Punch newspaper now, recapitalization, that's the kicker. 5 banks hits CBN target ahead of deadline. Wow. Page 35. Kudos to you. Oh, so much money circulating in banks. So much of Nigerian money circulating in banks. They hit the target even before the deadline. Can you beat that? Our banking sector, though. Well, that is the much I will bring into you on here and right here. But it's time to open the phone lines, get to hear from you. Just to put it out there that there's going to be 10 minutes taken from this hour so we can pay some bills. And that's going to be coming up at a 7:30 mark, right? So be here with us. Be here with us. Right. Okay, so giving you the number now, 0907-353-0044. We're taking this call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Barrister, good morning.
Good morning to you, Apostle Lost Life.
Thank you for the good updates you are giving us.
Appreciate it, Apostle.
Yes, please. My take goes like this: that Natasha, the son representing Kogi,
Yes.
let she do the needful.
Okay.
Before going to that House of Arada chamber, because we have a law, we have a procedure of doing it. Then let me go there to go and bring forward.
Okay.
Another one I want to say is that Atiku should try to plan to be. Obi will deliver. People have mind. They have that mindset that he will deliver and solve this problem. At least 4 years. Let us give him direction. Give him that support. Another thing I want to say before my time we are exhausted is this killing everywhere. Anytime they apprehend all these criminals, you will see that they will release before court will sentence them to death. They will say that the governor will come and sign. What they say, it's not helping us.
Right.
Because those people that are committing all these crimes, they know that nothing will happen. After some years, one governor out of mercy will come and release them. It's not helping us. Anybody that take away personal life is not supposed to be living. The governor of Borno State that are crying because of the killing in his area. He's the one that at times he will enroll them in police and army. Say nothing they happen. But we see the wrong dividends of what he's doing. May God help all these country corners. My name is still remain Apostle Osola from Apu. Right. AKA Walking Newe.
Walking Newe. All right. Appreciate that one. It's been a while. I heard that's AKA. But Apostle, thank you. You shared your thoughts right there. Well, let's go see how we can take this. Well, yeah. Okay, don't worry. At 7:45 is when we will go on that 10 minutes. Don't worry about that. But we're still on. So let's take this one. Let's hear from you. Okay. Oh, trying to get the call through. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you, please. Moses. All right, Moses, please, can you speak into your phone? You seem a bit far.
It's okay. Thank you. God bless you. How
Awesome.
was your weekend?
Lovely, Moses. Very lovely. Thank you.
Yes, you did. Even while you were giving this headline, you also would say for how long? Presidential order to crush bandits and terrorists because it breaks the unity of Nigeria. You did. For how long have we been hearing such presidential order? Even from the past administration that just left.
Yeah.
Presidential order. I don't know how presidential order is acting. Under presidential order, the watch of the government. People carrying guns illegally. Illegal guns. No any motive to bring those guns to book. No effort to put those people at rest, to see them on court and to pass execution on them. You are saying that the bandits and the what? And the terrorists are trying to break the unity of Nigeria. When you know that what has been a threat to the national security, when you discover that what is going to be a threat to the unity of this country, is something that you must not take it lightly.
Right.
Terrorists, you say crush them down, crush terrorists and bandits.
Yeah.
Why is it that some terrorists being arrested, instead of to be persecuted, they are trained into the society and you still release them into the society? People are killed massively. People that their mentality has become a mentality of terrorism. How can you just... We are dealing with a matter of fairness. These are people that kill innocent souls, destroy the entire community, kill even our own security men. And our soldiers struggle enough, gallant soldiers, capture these people handed over to the what? To the security agents to make sure that these people should be persecuted.
Yeah.
And the next thing we hear is that these people say they are repented. It's not somebody that still go to. It's not somebody that go to the market and steal and repent and say let him just go free. We should not steal again.
Yeah.
This is the terrorism. So the presidential order didn't go well to some of us.
Okay.
Because I think the security agents they toy with the presidential order. I remember the past government, Buhari, anybody found with AK-47 should be killed.
Right.
But we have numbers of people with this AK-47. I rest my case with I think presidential order is not an active order. But
Moses, you've spoken there, and you have rested that case as a lawyer. Let's just take some time out. Go pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit. Don't go away.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Abuja, something big is coming to the capital. Yankee Entertainment presents Joe Boy live in Abuja. Come vibe to live performance by Joe Boy. Joe Boy is coming with some friends. Date, Friday, 25th July 2025. Venue, Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. Time, red carpet, 5 p.m. Main event, 6 p.m. Get your tickets now. Early bird regular, 15,000 naira. Early bird VIP, 30,000 naira. Regular, 25,000 naira. VIP, 45,000 naira. Tables, gold, 2 million naira. Platinum, 4 million naira. Get your tickets now on www.apitix.com. Call 0702 536 4691. Follow at Malam Yankee for updates. Joe Boy live in Abuja, supported by Hennessy, Z Cotton, Kairos Hoff Energy, Power Horse, Transcorp Hilton, Tokyo Nightlife, and Eagles FM.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Sorry for the break in transmission.
Fire!
Stay, play, Eagles fresh hits.
102.3 Eagles FM.
Oops, sorry for the break in transmission.
Fire!
Stay, play, Eagles fresh hits.
102.3 Eagles FM.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
You are about to experience Eagazon. On the Eagles 102.3 FM.
Right, and we're still talking the front page of Nigerian newspapers. There's a beautiful, exciting Monday morning, 37 minutes gone past the hour of 7 on the AM side. Now, seeing that we would not be having so much time, let me start taking your messages, and we'll be doing it, pari passu with the voice calls. Now, I go on Facebook and I see quite a number of messages coming through. Also, Francis Namani, Omaga Namani is watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Thank you, also. Good morning, my people in the studio. Keep up the good work, he says, and he goes on to saying, the killings, hunger, and hardship in the country are too alarming, and we can't continue like this. The narratives must be corrected for a better Nigeria. May God help us. The issue of constitutional review is a welcome development. However, Mr. President should revisit 2014 confab to address some of the challenges facing the country. I see you too, Suleiman Dan Fulani, the only Fulani man. National Assembly quarters right there. He says, good morning. Okay, Mr. UD. Oh, Radio Bulldozer? Okay, I never knew that part. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you too, my sir. Watching you live from National Assembly quarters. Thank you. Mr. UD, they say there's no smoke without fire. I'm talking about what the governor of Borno State, Baba Gana Umaru Zulum, said. All right, I see that. Yeah, I cannot agree less, right? There's no smoke without fire. So I'm going to take a couple of messages still. Bear with me now. Time. But I'm seeing this one here is coming from Samuel all the way from Kuje now. Says, good morning to you, my brother, Obong Udrak Daniel. Good morning, my brother, too. Congratulations and happy survival. Happy survival, my brother. We are tired of hearing the president giving marching orders to the service chiefs to crush the terrorists and their likes. We want to see action and not talk show. If they failed to pay attention to the governance and stop disturbing us with 2027 issues by providing real equipment to the security personnel to enable them crush the terrorists and their likes. Have a great day, he says. You too, my brother. Let's go see this one here. This one coming from Chinonso from Suleja says, Wike has suddenly taken Bayonanago's duty. He now doubles as FCT minister and presidential spokesman. Since this coalition happened, there's no name we have not heard from the ruling party. A presidential march in order to security is nothing but a cliche. We hear that from him every now and then to deceive Nigerians, but nothing happens afterwards. Obedient movement are marching with Obi. Damagum is the only PDP member in his state. Chinonso from Suleja. Wow, some conversation right there, Chinonso. Let Nigeria give Peter Obi a chance. Nigeria should vote for him. From Ogene Austin, from Angwa Adamu, Nasarawa State. Give him a chance, he says. Give him a chance. Well, let's go to this one. Lion Boy from Lokogoma says, Happy New Week. I can see that APC is more bothered about ADC coalition momentum rather than being bothered about insecurity and good governance. Anytime a politician denies something, just know that he has done it already. President order has been in existence since 2015 and nothing good comes out of it. Nigerians, be wise, he says. All right, we'll just see how we can take this call here now. Hello, good morning.
Thank you, Barrister. God bless your heart.
Hello
Barrister,
to you, Obasanjo. Good morning.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Saluta Senator Obasanjo calling you from the main city of Niger State.
Where's the city, please?
Inside me now.
All right, go ahead, my brother. Don't mind me. All right, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't say the coalition don't they shake. They shake. Number one, they shake the APC as a whole. Why?
Right.
Because nobody will talk to the APC. Nobody. They don't have any spokesperson. It's only PK. Why? Because it's using PDP to kill the PDP. Now some people will use the APC to kill the APC. It will be 1-1. 0 plus 0 equals to 0. 1 plus 1 is equals to 1. Then Wike is talking. Wike has become the information minister of APC. Why? Because we knew him as a PDP statesman. So we don't know. This one that he's talking about Obi, he's talking about Atiku, he's talking about El-Rufai, he's talking about Amechi, he's talking about all of them. See the actors, he's talking about the former Senate President, your capability and the former Senate President, David Mark. We can fear yourself. You don't took mouth from David Mark stops. Sir, the coalition comes to stay and the coalition won't sit. Mr. President, Tinubu, why? Because
Obasanjo, time. I'm really pressed for it. I'm pressed for it.
Okay, I am. Let me conclude. The North has settled themselves. Every angle that you enter in the North, I am telling you, every youth in the North.
Okay, Obasanjo, I've got to let you go now. Time is not going to let me, to get onto that more, right? Okay, please, let me start with the voice notes. Quite a number of messages here. I'm trying to keep up with time, so please bear with me and understand, okay? Let's see what the voice notes will have right here and right now. All right, I'm trying to dig into it. Just give me a little time. Maria Zaria, you're calling. Don't worry, I will try to see how we can get your calls through. Let's start with this. Eric, I believe.
Listeners on this platform. My name is Eric from Musetu, and I believe we all had a wonderful weekend. Happy New Week to us all. Some persons believe this coalition may be dead on arrival. Well, they could also be right in some way. But I believe whatever can give light and credence to this coalition is if all those who have come together, particularly our northern allies and politicians, can rally around and garner support for Peter Obi, who is the only southern candidate that can stand against President Tinubu in this forthcoming election in 2027, and look for a strong candidate from the north like Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and let them come together and form an alliance. I believe they will give this president the right for his money. But you can see that there are permutations and speculations that Rabiu might go back to APC and run alongside with President Tinubu. I bet you it's also a good calculation, and it's going to be a win-win for President Tinubu and Musa Kwankwaso, because it will be doing, and they will tell him that after the tenure of President Tinubu, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso can continue from there. And he's still the only politician in the north now that can, garner a large number of followers and supporters. But my question in all of this is, when will the Southeasterners have a test of VP or presidency shot? We expect them to be quiet? No. I believe in fairness, equity, and justice. They say they want to go. You say no, they should not go. And they can't access the presidency seat. I think we are not being fair. And let me tell you, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso would rather prefer to be a running mate to Asiwaju than to Peter Obi. Thank you, and have a wonderful.
Prefer to be a running mate to Mr. President, the incumbent president, than Peter Obi. Okay, let's go take this one. It's going to be a smart one. Stay with me now.
Good morning, Miss Kayudi. My name is Trifle D from Waru. Say happy weekend, and may our new week be blessed in Jesus' name.
Amen to that.
Well, on the issue of Natasha to resume work tomorrow, it's a very good one. It is a sign that it's not everybody you just touch and then mess the person up. Then on the issue of Obi to contest, he's a Nigerian, he has that right to do so. And meanwhile, on the issue of coalition and the APC, that is what we want, to put the government on the straight track. But there will be a lot of revelation before that 2027, because there is no system in place to checkmate who is going to give us the right election. God bless Eagles FM.
All right, thank you for that.
Good morning, gentle UD. I am Yunus Anthony Ibrahim from Abadi.
Yeah.
You failed when you were interior minister. Wake tackle Aregbesola. You see, these are issues. Nigeria is a big country that we need to be careful in doing things. We are no longer a baby. It is not a baby nation. Wike alone tackling all the political parties, tackling Amechi, tackling ADC, tackling PD. He is now the chairman of all chairmen in all other parties in Nigeria. As a leader, as a statesman, we shouldn't be tackling each other as an advice, because it will make us to look. It will make other nations to look at our own nation as an inferior. So I advise Wike, to stop tackling leaders like him. Just fight for your own party, the party you want to go with. Campaign for the party to win election. That is it. Where we are, your staffs in FCT are not given wage award, no promotion. Primary school teachers, the entitlements are not given to them, and you are busy tackling each other. So please, let's take this as an advice. I plead to all the politicians to stop tackling each other and fight, campaign for your party. Thank you very much, Yubi. Have a pleasant day.
Let's appreciate that. Taking this one.
Hello, my name is Ted. Good morning. My name is Nabibi Blessing from Otako. I greet our caller. I greet my daddy. All of them. I greet all my brother. They are my family. My name is Nabibi Blessing from Otako. I greet a man of Macri for Salesa. Good done. You see, say we even go to read Google News or Baba News for us every day about this kid. You see politicians now, what they are busy for? They are busy 2027 election. We never come. Nobody even tackle waiting make our children now. Government school lock up. Nobody even go. I already ask now for this lady. If the president, if senator, if house of they no go school today, where they day today, they feed there, or even their children now they lock for house, say make they no go school, and they be happy. May they remember that city where they say na their papa or na their mama. A day will come, they will know they there. Buhari know they there. Today now, there for the seats. We will the voice our voice. As not be saying that they give us credit where we take the call. I want to tell, say Natasha, the BRB, may no talk. The woman do anything. Is this still government money? You not see anything because it's stuff for truth. I think in the beer. No problem now. No problem. May they see that day. May they see that day. The evil way that they plot for the House of Assembly, you go put a commode. One day they will not sit for that seat. God bless you. God bless our caller. I pray for our caller. They will not give up. God will continue to guide them and protect them. Bye bye. What of on my face? I know see him. I know hear your voice. Bye bye. I don't declare for APC. Bye bye.
Baby, on my face, fine, but unavoidably absent right now. Let's go see what Selassie. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure I can take more calls. We'll just.
Good morning, Udwak Daniel. Yunus Anthony from Abaji. I greet you. I greet Abdul from Suleja, my friend Triple D from Wari, and the listeners and callers of this great radio station. I want to talk about this presidential order given by the president to how to deal with these terrorists. Just like most of the contributors have rightly said, these are the terrorists. In fact, I watched one video, I think, or was it on Friday, how these terrorists were slaughtering one guy just like that. And at the end, they will be caught and they will be, arrested, hand over, and all of a sudden you hear that they are repented. Most especially in this Borno state. In fact, that governor need to be cautioned. How can the people that are taking arms against the state, they are killing people every day, and tomorrow you hear them saying they are repented Boko Haram, bringing them back to society? I don't understand the logic. I don't understand this kind of useless logic. The person that carry arms against the state, killing our gallant men, and some of the gallant men and family haven't even been compensated. Some of them are living in penury, in hardship, but you rehabilitate the terrorists, bringing them back to society. Baby Blessing, the woman of microphone, I agree with you. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, Barrister, good morning. This is Anthony Witness speaking from Suleja. Quickly, labor union threatening strike and all that. I think by now, are they not grown-up men in that place? Men and women. Why are they behaving like children? We are tired of their threat that comes out to be nothing. They should just pack one side and let Nigerians think for what to do with their lives. Their threat doesn't mean any single thing. Then secondly, governors are borrowed much money. The same governors that the subsidy money has been shared to, has claimed. I don't know. I said it from the beginning. Let's remove subsidies so we have more money to build roads, hospitals, schools, and the rest of them. And since that time they have removed subsidy, can you pinpoint a particular project they have carried with subsidy money? Rather, they claim they've shared it to governors, which means added fund.
Oh, a little bit of hiccup there. Where are we? Okay.
To governors. And the same governors who have received added fund from subsidy are the same governors who are borrowing money and borrowing again. And they unfortunately go to those governors and ask them to pinpoint what they have achieved since they took over government. You'll be surprised they have nothing to be proud of. Thank you and have a good day.
Okay. Well, let's go see. I mean, so much said. Honorable Edwards now.
Mr. Odua, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Edward from Napo. I greet all the families. Yeah. I mentioned here once that this coalition is dead at arrival, and it is nothing. There's no gender, nothing in this coalition. Who is going to stay down for another person? That's why they will say look for another coalition. They're going to have another coalition in a different party, because the people you are seeing as coming together just for their selfish interest, because people did not appoint them or give them this thing. It's selfish, personal. It's not interests that Nigerians will benefit from it. I pray that we should look into the suffering of these Nigerians. That is all. Talking about coalition, ADC to where? Where it will not work. They will not even do anything. Nobody is going to step down for another person. And that's presidential. Go to state governor election and the state assembly, senate, house of reps. They will see crash there and the whole thing will die. I'm saying this from experience. I was a candidate with Peter Obi's presidential Labour Party, and I knew what I passed through. Peter Obi should coordinate himself and wait. He's a good candidate. He should coordinate himself and wait another time. I'm talking about the money governors are borrowing. Are we expecting anything from governors? No, nothing. The worst people in Nigeria are the governors of our states. Thank you and God bless.
Right. Well, it's going to be a smart read now. Joseph from Jai, standing on existing protocols now. There's nothing like coalition but rebel architecture. Where was the so-called coalition when people were slaughtered in Benue State and Jos? Coalition we see today is the same coalition that removed Jonathan from office. Then we started buying one bag of rice from 8,000 naira to 90,000 naira. This very coalition of today is axis of corruption gang. Right. I'm going to be ending up and wrapping up with your message now, James. Turkenby, sorry, I won't be able to take your message though. But James, all the way from Suleja, is saying, isn't it embarrassing that no one is talking about the land racketeering Wike and his children are embroiled in, and how everyone is silent about it? What is more shameless is the FCT is that despite his denials via media aid, an FCTA staff was arrested for leaking the documents. So if the reports weren't true, what documents were leaked that warranted arrest? Welcome to New Banana Republic. It's even funnier, the same week he's talking about the release of the NDDC forensic report. We are all pretending to forget about the now infamous honorable off-the-mic session during the inquest involving the current Senate president. It is shameful that Nigeria has moved from just poverty to multi-dimensional poverty, and that's to the hydra-headed insecurity and economic quagmire we find ourselves. And tell me the government hasn't failed. To even the government still have the same excuses they used to campaign against the last opposition in power says a lot. On the coalition flag bearer ranker, it is okay for every and anyone to have ambition at this point, and it is up to the coalition to decide on who runs as the best candidate. Well, I'll squeeze this one in. Thank you, James. Turkenby now, Nasarawa State. It was Buhari and Burate that, the longest serving chief of army staff in Nigeria history, who also lost many soldiers in the hands of terrorists, that invented the idea of repentant terrorists. These criminals made children orphans, widowers, destroyed infrastructures, and only deserve to go and meet God to explain why they are wicked and not pardoned. Damagum, the worst PDP chair in history, is now one-man squad in a state. The coalition will surely give APC the needed opposition and a run for its money. But please, we are urging Atiku Abubakar to please stay away from the contest, but support a southern candidate. Turkenby. All right, that will be all. I don't know. Time is not on my side, but thank you, far too kind. You've given unspoken comprehensive wisdom. But at the 9 o'clock hour, we'll look into the matter that concerns the ADC, the rancor that's going on, and how it is affecting the APC and where we are going as a country. My name is Udwak Daniel.
No AC, no problem. We're cool.